What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we have one of our show sponsors, Dave Story with Story Termite and Pest Control in studio. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being a sponsor. We really appreciate your support,
bet.
man.
Man, I'm just nervous here. Never been interviewed before, other than law enforcement.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, just think of it that way.
Yeah.
Just, you just don't have to walk the straight line.
I'm getting interrogated. You got quite an operation here. This is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, it's with sponsors like you helps us to do this kind of stuff and
sure.
Bring small business to the air. That's our idea.
Yeah.
So, but tell me a little bit about Dave. Tell me about Story Pest Control.
Well, I was conceived. No. I got in the termite business, I guess, back in 1991. I worked for Western Exterminator for 10 years, almost 10 years, and then got a wild hair and thought we'd start our own business up, and so we established it in 2000.
Oh, nice.
And kind of in the Santa Maria area. That's where I was born and raised, down in Orchid.
Okay.
And so, and then wife and I, we tried this thing out, and so here we are.
So 23 years later,
yeah,
you guys are still going strong.
Barely. No, just kidding.
but you guys are all over the place.
Yeah, we're just a humble little termite and pest control company.
Yeah.
We had just there's 9 of us total, and so it's.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So are you just San Luis County, or do you?
No, we do Santa Barbara County. Yeah, that's kind of where I originally started from. But no, we have an inspector, Steve Atkins. He's my inspector down there. Me and him go way back.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of running that. And we have Kevin Petty's my pest control lead, and we go way back. We go to 7th grade together since Orchid Junior High days. And so,
wow.
Yeah, so he's been with us for a while, and he's so he's doing all the general pest, and then Steve's doing our termite down there, and then we have a repair crew. And so
Very
we got
cool.
3 repair guys on the crew, and we do termite repairs and that kind of stuff. And
so tell me, so pest control. I mean, obviously that's wide. I mean, what do you focus on? What's your main focus?
Well, in the industry, you got general pests, which is your ants, spiders, bugs, creepy crawlies, that kind of stuff. And then you have the wood destroying organisms, which is your termite side. So you got termite and your dry rot. And so there's 2 different licensings for that. And so some companies may have both licenses, and some company might just be a branch 2 guy. That'd be, they call it, and that's the general pest, or there's the guys that are just termite guys. And so we do both. We've got,
okay.
Yeah, so we cover both ranges on it. And but I'm more of a termite guy. My background is inspections for homes and stuff, and we do a lot of real estate work with realtors, and when a house sells, they get an inspection done, and we do the repairs off of those. And so that's kind of my background. I'm not much on the general pest side.
Is there a lot of termites in our area?
This area, there is, but we're kind of hot. The weather's a little hot, so the drywood termites is not as prevalent. You go down the grade or go to the beach over there, and man, you just first stab on your eave, it blows open. There's termites all over and dry rot. So it's just the conditions better for them weather-wise. But no, we do get them up here, yeah, for sure.
So so termites thrive more in the moisture,
cooler temperatures. Yeah,
gotcha.
120 degrees, supposedly they die, and so if it gets hot, we used to play with some heat years ago. It's heating up termites.
Oh, no kidding.
120 degrees, they'll die, and it's like, they'd find a cooler spot and still survive.
So what'd you do? Like blow a blowtorch?
It was like big heaters. They'd heat up the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a company out there that still does it, but we didn't have much success back in the day. So,
so tell me about when you do this tent thing. I'm always like so intrigued by this tent thing, because I know how putting up like an 8-foot tent makes me feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm completely stressed. I'm like, I want to just break things because it's like this, nothing's going together. This is a massive tent, so it's got to come together more.
Yeah. These guys are tough. You think the worst job, Mike Rowe has those dirty jobs or whatever. Fumigation is the toughest job. And it's I guess, most unappreciated job for these guys got to do. They go out, put the tent up, take it down, put it up, take it down. There's just kind of no satisfaction for it, But they put it together, and they have it down to, they got the guys that can do the roof lines and walk on the roofs, and you look at their hands, and they're just calloused up just because they're rolling, pinching. They're the toughest guys I know.
Because that's canvas.
Oh man, it's heavy. And then if they do it, they're doing the winds. They're doing it's raining and the tarps are wet. and it's dangerous too. These guys can get hurt. But
So it's multiple pieces. It's not just like
they'll
one.
be like, they have like a 20 by 30 tarp size. They can look at a house. Okay, we need this many, and they're huge rolls. And these guys put them on their backs and get them up on the roof. And
they work for you, or they just
no? We do subcontract out. We don't do our own in.
Okay.
But the company we use is Leadership Fumigation, and these guys are class act, and they're just the toughest guys I know.
And so what happens when the tent goes up and then you just pump gases into it?
Yeah, so they use like we use Vicane, it's a fertile fluoride. And so they measure the house up and go by cubic volume of the house, and then they kind of have a little machine that tells them how much pounds of gas to put in. And so they have a little injector tube off the trucks, and they'll put 10 pounds of Vicane into the house, and they got set up fans, and it's circulating the air. And so they get it to the point where the termites are fixating on the Vicane, or the fertile fluoride. And
so that's only for termites.
Yeah, only for dry wood termites. Now spiders can live through it. So believe it or not,
Really?
mammals will. If you have a rat or mice, it'll take care of those guys. But spiders can hold their breath through a fumigation.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So they can they shut their system down and hold their breath, because it's not a chemical, it's a gas. So it's an inhalant. Yeah. So they so it's kind of wild. I found that out years ago. I had a customer, and he had this one spider in this one corner of the wall, and we fumigated his house, and he called me, "You didn't shoot any gas in there." He goes, "There's
You guys are lying. You guys tricked me for some money.
Yeah, no, man. They're
No
dead.
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's another reason to hate spiders.
Yeah, those things.
So what happens afterwards? That's a 24-hour process, or is it?
Yeah, it's basically that, but it's 2 nights, and you're back in the 3rd day. So if we do it Monday, it goes up on Monday. You're back in by Wednesday.
And then there's some sort of like dehumidifier type deal that pulls out everything.
Yeah, they have a system where they suck out the gas when throughout that process, and then when they drop the tarps, they come back in. They have a little fumiscope, I think they call it, and it's sniffing the air, make sure everything's gone. Yeah, and you don't have to wash your dishes when it's over with. You don't have to wash your clothes. There's nothing there.
Interesting.
And so the only thing, there's some food prep you got to do with your food and your live plants, because it'll kill your plants.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
so walk me through a termite inspection.
Okay.
So tell me, somebody calls in and they, press their wall or whatever, a termite falls out.
Yeah.
So then they call you, and so then you go and check. I mean, what are you looking for?
Look for termites, evidence of them.
Right. And what would be an evidence?
If you're dry wood termites, per se, you get little droppings. It looks like kind of like pepper or sand.
Okay.
You look for stuff like that, and you look for damage. And so when you come out and we do the inspection of the house, we'll do. I always start on the outside and start checking the eaves and stuff. And we're not only looking for termites, we're looking for wood-destroying organisms. So you can have fungus, and fungus does a lot of damage pretty quick over to a piece of wood. And that's kind of like a cancer, if you will, or rust in a car. You want to cut that out. So we look for that kind of stuff. And then if you have any water leaks or construction, say you have earthwood contacts, or you have some soil too high up against your stucco, or faulty grades and stuff like that, we kind of look for moisture conditions, and kind of do a full check of the house, check the eaves, go around the outside, and if it's a raised foundation, I can get my fat butt under there and crawl around. And
do you really?
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Come on, did you come across some snakes and?
Not really kind of snakes, but I've had a raccoon, I had some rats. You come across stuff, or just tight areas, and usually I'm not claustrophobic, but sometimes you have to dig to get through underneath the joist, and I'm digging a hole, so it's then I start thinking of earthquakes when I'm under there, always when I'm stuck on that joist going, no, there's going to have an earthquake, and
right, be stuck under here, call 911.
That's probably the way I'm going to go out,
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. So that's pretty wild, huh?
Yeah. So you check all that stuff out, and it's good to get your house done every so often. You want to, we say every other year at least get an inspection, know what's going on.
And that's something that somebody can just call up. Are you booked out for months ahead? Like
no, a couple weeks out.
A couple weeks out.
And
then you just come out, do an inspection. Any wood type structures, right?
Yeah, you can. Typically, we do state of the structure of the house.
Okay.
But if there's outbuildings or something you want us to look at, we always do that.
And so then you're just, poking through, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're looking. I do use a probe because you want to touch it. You might see something suspicious looking. You want to stab it and see what's going on with it. Determine what it is, if it's dry rot or termites. And so
anything like how technology and everything evolves. So 20 years ago when you started to now, what has the ways evolved from then to now?
On the inspection part of it, it's pretty much the same. There's had guys to come out with different inspection devices. Like there's an old guy I know. He started this like an X-ray machine. He can X-ray the wall and see where the termites are. The only problem with that is nobody's going to pay you for an inspection that's gonna to X-ray each wall of your house. So we're out there just doing our inspection. So basically, for the last forever, it's just been a visual, accessible areas that you're look and see. They have different scopes and stuff you can use. There's some audio device, and you can screw into the wood and you can listen for the termites. Sometimes they'll make a little scratching noise you could hear.
Oh, no kidding.
But that's never been
so just
really
the good old.
And then they use dogs. They'll use some beagles come in. They'll sniff, and because I guess the drywood termites will give off the methane gas. But if somebody farted next to that dog or something, it blows the whole inspection. So you're just like so that's been, it hasn't been really used out this way.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but the same gases, the same
method.
Same
so like for doing for the fumigates of sulfuryl fluoride, Vicane, it's been around since it started. Years and years ago, you used to use methyl bromide was another one they would use, and that was the ones they used in the fields for like strawberries and stuff, and they pulled that off. It was a little harder to use that gas. It would react with certain organic materials in the house, carpet padding and stuff like that. So the house had to be pretty much stripped.
Awesome.
To do something like that. But as far as the materials go, or chemicals, they've kind of evolved. There's a lot more from 20 years ago, or say 30 years ago. It's more non-repellents that we're using now. So they're termites, so it's not they don't know it's there, but it's and it's kind of formulated. So the social insect, they have a grooming cast, so they'll pass it on to each other, and it works really well.
Just a domino effect.
Yeah, so it's been better, but everything's being, you don't want to ever say safe, but it's things have evolved to better, for what I understand.
So so for somebody watching, and what do you recommend for new houses, selling houses, pre-sale, after sale? I mean, what's your recommendation for somebody?
So if you're getting ready to put your house on the market and you're talking with an agent, get an inspection done before you put it on the market. It's so much better. You know what's going on. There's no surprises. There's a lot of times now that we get a call and it's, hey, I need you out here right now. And it's the buyer's agent because they're representing the buyer and they want to protect the buyer, but we need to get an inspection done. And there's all kinds of work done. And so you only have that certain period of time. And,
sure.
And they're like, oh, you got all this work. So it just really puts a crinkle in it. You want to get that done up front, know what's going on. And it's just better business to do it that way. So awesome. No surprises. But then as a homeowner, it's good to just get your house checked once in a while, every other year. Because like you go to my house that I walked around the other day and it was brand new when we bought it. And that was 21 years ago. And I'm looking around, oh man, I do got dry rot over here and stuff. Just put another set of eyes on your property and you can see what's going on. Yeah.
So David, tell me how somebody gets in touch with you. What's the process? Do they call you? Do they text you? Do they go to your email?
No, you can call the office and talk to Mary. Mary's our office manager, and she'll greet you, and it's the best greeting she's got. You just talk to her, and the energy level coming out of her is just awesome, So she starts your experience off really good right there.
Very cool.
And so she'll set you up. She kind of runs my calendar and actually kind of runs a lot of my stuff. So I don't even know where I'm at. Like this thing, I forgot about being here.
Well, good.
She's calling me.
Well, she's doing something right
then.
Yeah,
so she takes good care of us. Yeah, we got a great team. We got Carolyn in the office. I've got Brian Woodard's our new pest tech. He's doing really well. And then I have, yesterday was Alberto, my main repair guy. He's been with me 18 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's like the longest guy I've ever had. So,
no kidding.
We've gone through a lot of turnovers over the years, but yeah, we got a great team right now. These guys are just killing it.
Awesome. And you got a website?
Yeah, storytermite.com.
Storytermite.com.
I think we do something on Facebook too. Story Termite page or.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
and let's see. You got the best of.
Oh yeah. That's
many years in a
cool
row
honor
here?
right there. I think we got 4 years. Yeah.
4 years in a row,
Yeah.
voted the best termite and pest company in the North County or the whole county.
I think it's just North County. It's the North. It's the
Nice.
Atascadero News Press. Yeah, that was kind of an honor. We were really happy about that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Hey, whatever awards you get.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, North County? Best pest and termite control guys.
Yeah,
Right here.
So
Awesome. Well, Dave,
yeah.
thank you so much for
You bet.
coming on the
Yeah,
show.
thank you.
And introducing us to what you do
Yeah.
and how you do it. And we appreciate you as a sponsor of us here at What's Up North County as well.
Ah, you bet.
So, and we're looking forward. We're going to be doing a termite
yeah, that'd be fun.
inspection.
Yeah.
And we'll do that and check out and see if this whole roof's going to cave down or
I don't know
not.
if it's safe in here. We should do this outside next time.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate you and look forward to more and
right.
more for you.
You bet. Thanks, Randy.
There you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to What's Up North County here in Dave's story about Story Termite and Pest Control, guys. But, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors. We'd like to thank them. Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Pacific 805 Spas, Airflow Filter Services, Kennedy Club Fitness, El Taco Red Rooster, Taco Truck, Paso Robles Furniture, Amy and Jamie's Place, and Story Termite and Pest Control, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.